I'm Bella.
And I'm Cedric, of course.
And we're on our way to go talk with Mr. Chain today about
how, if national beef was to shut down, and how it would affect the educational system, and see what his point of view is on it, because he's a primary factor, because he's been teaching for so many years, so we want to get his input on it.
Hope you like this, Swati. We're here with Mr. Chain.
Mr. Chain, interviewing him about how the educational system will be affected if national beef was shut down tomorrow. How do you think national beef has benefited Liberal Kansas?
Well, it's been the major employer in the community now since its inception, as long as I've been here, since 1971.
And what is your point of view on how national beef has benefited the USD 480 school district?
In my experience, they've always been very cooperative and giving in support of the school system, and in working with not only part-time employees that also attend school, but with parents and contributions, and just very pro-education as an administration and as an employer.
What demographic changes have you seen in the last 20 years, and how much of that would you say is from national beef?
That's a week-long concentration. I think that the big demographic change is the integration of the community as a whole, from employment of Asians in the post-Vietnam era to including and welcoming migrant workers from all over who become just pretty much permanent residents of Liberal, not remaining migratory, but and accommodating the various cultures and introducing this community to those cultures. It's been really pretty phenomenal what this community sees, and I think that's not obvious to a lot of folks that originated here and are still here, unless they've seen what it's like in other parts of the country and the world.
What do you think would happen to the community if national beef was to close or substantially lose business?
Economic ruin.
No.
Yeah. You've got half of the people or more in this community depend on national beef for their employment, I would suspect.
Yeah.
And yeah, imagine the school system about 50 to 60% smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if that's a quick shutdown of or cessation of business, then it's just a whole rethink of this community.
Yeah. Its population would decrease.
Oh yes. Yeah. Yeah. Housing. I mean, how many Burger Kings or McDonald's did you have then?
Yeah.
That's true. That's really true.
And it's not just them closing down, it's the rest of them.
And like grocery stores will lose
You bet.
business.
Everybody's going to lose business.
That's true. How do you think these changes would affect the education of others?
Well, I think it'll reduce the amount of money available in the community for education. Not only that, it'll reduce the employment, it'll reduce the number of teachers, it'll reduce the number of programs that the school's able to participate in, and in a very, very short time, we'd go from a 5A class school to something considerably smaller.
How will the school be affected if national beef was shut down?
Well, we've pretty much said that, but I might add this to the curriculum. When you have a smaller volume of students, and that would be very significant here, the curriculum would change. It would have to be trimmed down to afford the number of employees that the school system would have to provide classes in areas opportunities of education for students. We could still have a good educational system. It'd just be more limited than it is now.
Well, that's all we have for you today.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr.
Hope it
Chang.
works for you.
Thank you.
Yay.